All right, hi everybody. We're working through the diploma prep material. This is the chapter on logs and exponents, and I've got to solve this logarithmic equation here. Now the first thing that I want to do with this, and this is at the recommendation of a colleague of mine, and he was correct here, what I want to do is bring all of the logarithms to one side. I know that there is a more, there's a more direct method. There's a quicker way of solving this logarithmic equation because of the way it's set up. But I'm going to be really consistent. I'm just going to keep bringing all my logarithms over to one side. Okay? And I'll take all my constant terms over to the other side. In this case, there aren't any. Now, someone could argue that the log base b of 10 is, but I want to bring every logarithm over to one side here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine these into one logarithm. And I should be able to do that really quickly. Again, if the number of logarithms here, if you're distributing the log across this binomial and you're getting more logarithms than you started with, you're doing it wrong. Okay? The number of logarithms should be getting smaller. So now I go from 3 logarithms, and now because these two terms have negative signs in front, they're both going to end up in the denominator. That 10 and the x will end up down here together. And so I ended up with just 1 logarithm. I went from 3 to 1 very, very quickly. Now I'm going to convert forms. So b to the 0 is equal to 4x minus 3 over 10x. That's right, yeah, 10x. B to the 0 is just 1. Okay, and that's an important point to remember. Now multiply up by that 10x. So 10x is equal to 4x minus 3. Bring the 4x over, so 6x equals negative 3. X is equal to negative 1/2. That's an interesting solution. It's negative, but we've seen examples before where negative roots worked out okay. But we go up to the original expression, and 4 times negative 1/2 is negative 2. Minus 3 is negative 5. Well, I'm not allowed to take the log of a negative, so that means that's incorrect, which means that there is no solution to this equation. And now I know that that is not a particularly happy way to end a problem. I know that's a little unsettling for people, but there's nothing wrong with getting to that conclusion at the end of a problem.